That's
So
funny. I
stupid.
got
Why the
Juice.
fuck is he doing push-ups? So stupid. So
Yeah, she
yeah, we
way
gotta
too
get
late
out
for
of
that.
here.
Yeah, Juice, I appreciate you. You
Yeah.
say Lauren gonna leave like Angie, come back into his life later. Diana gonna die. He gonna choose Effie and take over Truth with Brayden. He
Wow.
done came for the next 3 seasons of Power
I
Book 2.
know. Power, why not?
Yeah, I mean, yeah. Man, I don't even know why they like Club Truth is over really. Cause like he didn't own the building. Like what? The landlord ain't gonna just keep that space with his that stuff in there. They'll clean
Well,
that
that's
out.
what Stern is saying he wants. That's what Stern is saying that he wants. Remember, when Tariq graduates, he's supposed to be able to get truth, but it's power. That's all I can say. I don't try to make sense of this shit anymore.
Yeah.
It's so stupid. All these holes in this writing is so stupid. I don't have time.
Yeah, it's interesting because, um, what show was I just watching? I think it was something with Lovecraft Country. Anyway, it was a show I was watching. Hey, I'm trying to remember the name. I hate not saying the name, but anyway, the writer was talking about, how he came about the scene or whatever. It was actually for Room 104, which is
Okay.
a crazy, crazy show. I still cannot wrap my head around Room 104. It's like the 4th season. I still don't know what the heck is going on with this show. Anyway,
Okay.
he talking about how he came about writing this episode, the first draft, in like 3 hours. He was like, and that was my first draft, which is good because then how many did he do? 3, 4. Whereas I seen Courtney Kemp talk
Mm-hmm.
about, I did it in one day. And she was done. Like it wasn't the first draft in the first, like she did it
Right.
in one day. And sometimes that's how we get to thinking and seeing this type of stuff. They're not going over it.
Courtney Kemp and Tyler Perry bragging about how fast they do shit, and then you get a bunch of bullshit on the screen for final product.
Right, right. Like if you say you wrote it in a day and it's like, a masterpiece, no flaws,
Right.
then you could
Right.
brag, but
Right. Otherwise, you're saying I wrote it in a day, and it's like, bitch, we could tell. We thought you wrote in 30 minutes. This is quite terrible. Yeah.
exactly, exactly. So, what other shows you been checking out lately?
Mhm.
Or
I told you I don't really watch a whole lot of anything. I watch The Real Housewives of Potomac, and that's what Jay actually came on in my channel. We just had a broader discussion about black women fighting on TV because I know that Jay is now watching Real Housewives of anything. And so, what am I literally? I think right now all that I'm watching is Power and Real Housewives of Potomac. I'm gonna see if I can get into The Boys, but other than that, like when
yeah,
I'm working
watch
on,
Lovecraft Country if you can handle that.
I told you the only reason that I'm not watching Lovecraft Country is because I don't do anything scary. I'm
Okay, I
afraid,
forgot.
and I heard on that first episode. Well, I was watching the tweets, and they were saying something about monsters, and so I'm like, oh shit. Well, then never mind, because I love Journey Smollett, the main actress, and that show has a lot of people that I respected from the work they did in Underground, and so I was all excited, to see something with these people, and then I heard that they were monsters, so I was like, oh well, never mind. So yeah, so other than that, when I'm working on my hair oil, I am watching Downton Abbey or The Tudors. Usually is what's playing. I love British
They still
period.
make Downton Abbey?
No,
Oh,
I'm
okay.
watching TV. And I found a show. There's a black period drama that's set in like the 1930s in London called Dancing on the Edge. It's also on Amazon. I ended up having to buy it though, I think. But yeah, it takes place like about 6 years after Downton Abbey would have ended, and it's about a black jazz band in London and them going through some trials and tribulations, being black in London. It's not really good place for Negroes in 1930s, you can imagine. And so they are, having their things going on. But it was good. It was good. It was just one season, but it was a
Mm.
good show.
Okay, I don't watch too much, UK shows, so I didn't know about those, but it sounds interesting.
It is. It really was. The main actor from 12 Years a Slave. He's the main like
Chiwetel.
fan. Yeah.
Yeah, he's actually from there too.
Yeah, and that was actually something that kept being challenged. People kept assuming that he was American because he was a black person who played jazz, and he's like, "No, I'm from here." And they're like, "Yeah, are you sure?" No, I
Yeah,
was born here. I have my here. So he's having to prove and show his passport so that he doesn't get deported back to Chicago. He's never been there. Yeah.
Hey, Miguel, no, I didn't never watch Orange is the New Black.
I've never seen that either.
Yeah, I know what it is. It's the prison show, women's prison show, and it's on Netflix. But no, I didn't watch that. I heard, it'd be going down in the orange though.
Right. I was kind of hoping they would steal some of that stuff for Tasha to have to deal with. It's very boring watching her do push-ups and call Tariq every 5 minutes and tell him to go do some more stuff to get him in prison. I know, right? I need you to go get it done. I need you to go kill somebody. I need you to go sell some drugs. Like, Tasha, you may as well just let him go to prison. Like, are you serious? Like,
for real. That's my whole thought.
He has quite a class load and everything, and like here you are. Every time you call, it's like another fucking problem. Like, geez, Tariq can't catch a break.
Mm-hmm. She want to know: have you seen the trailer for Good Hair on Amazon? I have not.
Is that the one? Is that the one that Chris Rock did? Because he did a documentary.
He did a movie or something about that at one time.
I thought that it was called Good Hair, but I don't. It was out a while ago. I wonder if this is something.
I had to call. I'm over here burning up. I can't find my damn pad thing. I'm looking like, man. Oh. Go ahead, dog. Ignore me.
No, I was asking. What Good Hair is. Because I remember Chris Rock having and I thought that was the name of his project, and I did watch that, but this must be something different. I'm not sure.
Yeah, I'm not sure about that. I think that's a show or something she's talking about.
I'm waiting to see if Whitney says something.
Energy saver thing off.
And we love having Whitney on our channel. We love having Whitney over there. She was so smart. And Sally Ann, I don't know if she's in here tonight, but yeah, she was just so smart. It made me pull out my dictionary. Nursing terms.
Yeah, they are great. And Sally Ann, yeah, she's really sweet as well. Let's see. You say you think Riley gonna get knocked off soon like Holly? She need to. Why is she going so overboard for Sax? Dirty ball Sax, he done made her dirty douche. You got dirty ball Sax and dirty douche working together, and they neither one of them good. Now, this is one question that I got that somebody asked me on one of the comments that made me even think. And she asked me, do they call dirty ball Sax DBS? That's for short. Do they call DBS Nancy because he was originally a woman and had a sex change?
I don't believe that. I was hearing a lot of people saying that they thought that, okay, so like now he's transgender. Now it would be stupid enough for Power to go and throw this in there on us now. Like after all this time, he's been a straight man. Sure, let's make him a trans in Power Book 2, Ghost, Casper the Friendly Ghost, Texas Power Rangers, Walker, all this. I hate this stupid ass name. Why don't they just call it Power Season 7 or Power Book 2, whatever. So I don't believe that he's actually supposed to be transgender. I believe that when he had that dinner with his family, that the reason, okay, yes, we heard them calling him Nancy, and then we heard the discussion about how his favorite sister, if she were there, she would be there to defend him, and she would say, that the proper way to address him, like, and then so they started getting into all the pronouns and the descriptions that people in the LGBTQ community use, but they were saying that I believe they said that that the sister who everyone in tech would say that he's a cisgender, heterosexual, male. And so I do believe that he was actually, I don't think that he's supposed to be transgender now. I think that even for Power, that's almost too retarded for them to, switch that up on us now.
Right, right. And I agree. I didn't think that he was, and I said that in the comments, but but I did make me think about it for a second and be like, wow,
Mm-hmm.
sometimes they got corny nicknames and stuff.
That's true.
You're a Nancy boy, huh?
Did you catch though that his niece has two moms?
No.
That yeah, when they brought the niece to when the police brought the niece to his office when we first get introduced to her for whatever buying however much weed she bought, he closed the door after he sent the police out and he says, "Don't make me tell your moms." And she's like, "No."
Oh,
She goes, "Don't," because I think that people might have heard that and thought like mom, the way people say moms, like my mom's,
I
but no,
got
he
what
was
you
saying,
mean.
"Don't
Yeah.
make me tell your moms." And she goes, "Well, Courtney's going to write about it on her blog, and Lacey's gonna." So Courtney and Lacey were their names, and he goes, "Will you please stop calling them by their first names?" And I never heard anybody. I've watched a few people who review Power. You being one of the other three are ladies. One of them is a lesbian. But I never heard anybody catch on to that and say, okay, Whitney caught it, but I never heard anybody say anything
Now that
about
you
that.
say that, I remember it, but I didn't
Okay.
really think about it like that. Because other
Uh-huh.
than seeing Riley and being like somebody smack her, like I'm like
Yeah. Yeah.
like not really paying her no attention, and so
Right.
But yeah, now that you say that, now that I think about it, yeah. So her mom is in a relationship with another woman, and
Mm-hmm.
so that's what it make a little more sense about some of the what. So now I get it. I wasn't thinking
Mm-hmm.
about it, like you said. It kind of did go over my head. I remember it happening, but
Mm-hmm.
you know,
They
I
didn't make a big deal about it. It was just a line. But I'm like, did anybody
yeah,
catch that? Yeah. So yeah.
yeah. What I'm wondering is, what's the point of them taking pictures of Tariq at the party? What was that about? What he gonna say? He parties and he's
I
entitled.
didn't get that, and I'm like, that's not how facial recognition works. His eyes were closed as the fuck. So I'm just
Exactly.
like, yeah, like that was dumb. I didn't get it. I thought she was going to like get something out of this wallet that would give her some information or something, but I don't know. I didn't get that. I'm sure that time will reveal in the Power universe. They'll come with some dumbass reason why she did it. I didn't get it. I didn't understand.
Hmm. Barshana got a good point. Maybe it's like Nancy Drew, detective work. Maybe they try. I ain't think about it that way, but maybe they call him a little fake Nancy Drew. Come on, little Nancy Drew, what you gonna
Maybe
go
he's always wanted to
solve
be
a
a detective.
crime
I don't know.
for a little
Because it seems
taxpayer
like
check?
that's something they've done since his childhood. So I'm like, maybe he's always said, he wanted to be a detective. Maybe he was always just a nosy little motherfucker going through everybody's stuff. Who knows? But yeah, maybe that is why Nancy Drew.
Right. All right, guys. I'm gonna give you guys a chance if y'all want to come up and say some things. Um, and also, you can give a shout out where you from, and I'll give you all a shout out. I had somebody saying they wanted to come on the show, and he was from Spain. So
Ooh.
yeah, you hit me up on Instagram. So let's see if you show up.
España.
Yeah.
He can
You,
give us tell us what he thinks about Mary J. Blige's Spanish.
Yeah, he said he liked my Spanish. Come on, pendejo. You like it the funny? You said you complain. I go and do it. You come and talk it to me. You come and talk it to me. You talk it to me. You you talk it to me. Huh?
Hey, huh? I want you to say it to my face, pendejo. Ooh. Like,
Drew is
oh,
so
sweet
friendly towards
girl.
Tariq. You think he trying to get Tariq to, you know, do a little tutoring? Was you trying to say, Louisiana boy? He trying to, kill him with kindness? But you think he can make
I don't
Tariq
think
gay?
so.
What you thought he could be nice to him, treat him like a person, be respectful, buy him things? Because if you think that way might work, it might.
I think he's just trying to help Tariq not get killed by anyone in his family. He seems like a nice kid.
Yeah, he seemed more secure actually in his life than everybody
Hmm.
else too. He know who he is sexually, and he
Hmm.
know who his family is and what his job is, and who he just, that's why he kind of told Tariq, "Hey, look out for yourself." You know,
Right.
it kind of
Right.
gave Tariq that little, heads up. Don't be trying to do
Hmm.
all this and that for this family because they ain't gonna do it for you, pretty much.
Right.
You
Right.
know? And so, and I think he kind of appreciate Tariq didn't put his business out there to Monet too. He
Yeah.
ain't supposed to look at me. He left early because he wanted to go, right on the muscular man.
I thought that Tariq's art teacher looked like she could be Blanca's sister.
You try to help the learner to draw. You want to do it? You can't. We only overlap in the character. It should show. Your show.
Uh, I'm just like, what kind of class is this where you can, yeah, just come on and do what we're doing. Come on, like what college class? Like, even like when I would audit classes in college, they still had to pay for it. Like, just come in, yeah, come on and learn. Come on, come and
Right.
what was it? Find
Especially
the
when it's not the first couple of
foreign,
days. First couple of
huh?
days, I said, especially when it's not the first couple of days, like the
Right,
very first
right,
couple of days, they don't know who in yet. But they
right.
do a roll call. Like they ain't gonna just be like, come on in and just learn for free.
Exactly, exactly. Even if you're not getting credit, you still pay to audit a class if you just want to go in there and learn. Come on in, help your friend find the porn, find a partner. Like, what kind of, yeah, I wish.
Crazy. Crazy.
I just
Hey,
sit in
Pudgy
college class.
Babe. Thank you so much for your support, Pudgy Babe. I appreciate you so much.
Hi, Fuzzy Babe. Thank you for coming to my Milli Vanilli video. I think that was one you commented on. I know I saw your name recently. I think that was where it was.
Milli
But
Vanilli.
well,
Girl,
okay,
you know it's true. I done got you started now.
these professors are getting on my damn nerves. Caradad and the one you call McKnight, what's his Jabari.
Oh
They
yeah.
can both go. They can both go. I don't understand their storyline. If we don't get context for them, like within the very next episode that airs, I don't understand the point of them. They are both so extra. The sex scenes don't make sense. It's just stupid. They're both fucking on these students. Like, and did she know that was his thing when she got him the job? Like,
There's no
or is
point.
this there because Tariq is going to find out about him having sex with his students? Is he going to be able to use that against him? Like, pick me for that fellowship, and and let me graduate earlier. I'm going to
Or
blow you
you
up like
that
we
you stole my plagiarism, pick me. Or get
yeah,
off my
yeah,
back. You know.
right,
You
right.
know.
And I kind of feel like Tariq's so smart, he probably won't care. Okay, look, I'll keep my mouth shut about it, but you better give me A's, and I'm gonna be late for class, until the end of the semester, and give me my A's, and I won't say anything.
Hey, that's good with me. Whitney, she want to know what I think about Ruby and Christina. That's from Lovecraft Country, man.
Oh, I was
So,
like, I don't know.
so Ruby and Christina. So you ain't familiar with Lovecraft, but it's a lot of magic go on, which is something I did want to touch on because a lot of the stuff that she said was real about what's needed for magic. So not on the sex scene part, but if you all saw this latest episode of Lovecraft Country when Tick asked Christina how to perform magic and she was going down telling them a little something, she said, you're going to need a body because without a major sacrifice, that's what's needed. Well, I know probably about a half of 1% of that stuff. I'm not gonna say I bet the occult or know all of this or have all the answers. I don't want to perceive that. But I have looked into different things that have happened, and they say that part of 9/11 was a major sacrifice and a lot of different stuff happened or whatever. So it's a lot of information on YouTube and stuff that you all can look into and start to go down that information. But the date 9/11 means something. The buildings actually meant something. The places, the locations on the earth, longitude and latitude of where things happen meant something. Like if you really go down, it wasn't just haphazardly stuff. So when I saw them saying that, and she said, other than a tragedy, a major tragedy or something, it was like, I was like, wow, like they put a lot of information in Lovecraft and say a lot of stuff. And as far as that sex scene, like Christina, for those who ain't watching it, is a white woman, but through magic is able to be a white man also. And she been sleeping with Ruby, who's a black woman. I'm hearing the echo now, but she been sleeping with Ruby, who's a black woman, but she was the white man. But then she revealed like 2 episodes ago that the white woman and man is the same person. And so in this latest episode, she was trying to do something with Ruby, but then she was like, no, she kind of stopped. But she gave Ruby a potion where Ruby, the black woman, could become a white woman. And so in other episodes, she was going and doing stuff as a white woman. So then, now this, like, you get scared of stuff. Lovecraft is very gruesome and graphic. I will say that. So this was gruesome. I thought it was gross, actually, Whitney. That if I say it was gross to me. But so Ruby was the white woman, and she was having sex with the white man. Christina as the white man, but then like when you transform from being white to black or vice versa, like the skin fall off. It's all bloody and nasty, and they in the middle of doing it, and your skin falling off. But I was like, ugh, that's gross. But but it was crazy. Like Lovecraft takes you crazy places. Like wow. And now they done went to the future and now then got the book that his future son wrote, and now it's a story of their life, and he tried, like, man, it's deep. Like Lovecraft like make you really think a lot of stuff too. Like really be like thinking. It ain't just a show. Like Power book 2, you be thinking of stuff where they messed up with made this and that. Lovecraft be having you thinking like, man, what is going on in the world? It's crazy to know. So
I'm with Juice. He said that those professors need their own show.
yeah,
I'm back. That's the only thing I know about, and I read his comment, and I agree. They need their own damn show. Like they're too much for me.
Whitney said he a sexy white man.
I saw that.
I have to leave the ladies to say that. I don't know. Christina, I know, is really skinny. When I saw that dress she was wearing, I'm thinking, man, what kind of waist does she have? Like, she is really skinny. Like, wow.
She snatched. She
She'd have had a couple ribs removed or something. Got a corset.